opposite of right, wrong. 1. Not in conformity with fact or truth, incorrect or erroneous. 2. A contrary to conscience, morality, or law, immoral or wicked. Unfair, unjust. 3. Not required, intended, or wanted, took a wrong turn. 4. Not fitting or suitable, inappropriate, or improper, said the wrong thing. 5. Not in accord with established usage, method, or procedure, the wrong way to shuck clams. 6. Not functioning properly, out of order. 7. Unacceptable or undesirable according to social convention. These are the 2 basic principles that judge all things. The most basic, the very first, the most important law of God is this: right is light, wrong is darkness, right is God, wrong is not. Place this law firmly in your minds and hearts. Without this knowledge, you will never belong to or be one with God. This is the direction of the one path, the way. The first step on the path of the way is to find all the knowledge of what is right. In order to determine what is right and what is wrong, you need to have the knowledge of it. Learn about a thing, all you can, then apply to it what you know about the difference of right and wrong. Inside of you is a little voice. We call it the conscience. It is the little part of God in each of us. Conscience is a noun. It means, for number 1, the awareness of a moral or ethical aspect to one's conduct, together with the urge to prefer right over wrong. Let your conscience be your guide. B. A source of moral or ethical judgment or pronouncement, a judgment that serves as the nation's conscience. C. Conformity to one's own sense of right conduct, a person of unflagging conscience. 2. The part of the superego in psychoanalysis that judges the ethical nature of one's actions and thoughts and then transmits such determinations to the ego for consideration. Once you have established in your mind the basic difference between right and wrong, learn to trust that little voice. It will usually give you that first brief flash of insight. The more you use it, the stronger it will become, and the more accurate. These, then, are the basic principles of right knowledge. Learn all you can. Determine what knowledge will help you search for truth and what is right. Use these truths to guide yourself in all your thoughts and actions. You must use this knowledge as a balance in which to judge all that you do and learn. Think of each ideal of right and wrong as weights you put in the balance. Let's do a quick example. You learn there is a thing called stealing. This is knowledge of an action. But is this action right in accordance with God's law or wrong? In accordance with God's law or word, or is it wrong? Let's weigh the thing called stealing in our balances. The very first 2 weights are these. Does the action of stealing produce pleasure or pain in another? It causes pain because of the loss. This weight goes onto the wrong side of the balance. Is stealing fair? It was obtained not as a reward for creative acts, but through deception. The person who acquired it as a result of their effort no longer has it to show for the work they did. Therefore, it is not fair to them. It is unfair. Another weight goes on the wrong side. Is theft something that you yourself would desire? No. You would not wish to be stolen from. another weight on the wrong side. I think you get the general idea. You can use this simple technique to judge all things in life, from the simplest to the most complex. As you do, your knowledge of right and wrong will grow. Gather that which is right to you and keep that which is wrong from your life. There is one last thing we need to discuss before leaving the first path of right knowledge. What happens when you weight something and there is a balance between right and wrong? Let's look at one of these situations now. Imagine the following scene. You are standing in an open field. Your family is behind you. You have a gun in your hand. In front of you, there is another person. They also have a gun. They tell you they are going to kill you and your family. What do? Do you kill this person? If you do, you have not committed have you not committed the very same act that your actions are trying to prevent? In this situation, no matter which choice you make, the result is the same. An act of killing will take place, and a life will be permanently destroyed. Is there a right or a wrong action to take? Let's put it in the balance and find out. We will assume that you have chosen to shoot this person in order to save your own life and that of your family. Is the act of killing right or wrong? Have you preserved life or have you destroyed life? You have done both. Killed a person to save a life. Some would argue that you saved more than you killed. While this may act to direct your actions, it does not change the type of action. The fact remains you have killed. A weight must be placed on both sides, right for saving a life, wrong for taking life. Did this cause pleasure or pain? To the person you killed, it brought the ultimate pain. To the person you saved, it preserved their God-given right to experience the pleasure we call life. Again, put a weight on each side. The scales remain balanced. This is what we call a no-win scenario. You have been forced to destroy in order to preserve creation. Although these situations are rare, they will arise, and you must be prepared to do two things: make the correct choice and then live with the choice afterwards. In a previous message, I described the journey of the souls upward through the ocean of life. When a situation like this occurs, no matter what good your actions have accomplished, the fact remains that you have also acquired weights that are wrong. This is the internal balance of your soul. You are all that you think and do. This is what is called karma. Karma is the state in which your internal balances are recorded. If in your life you have done wrong, the balance or karma leans toward evil. If you do good, the balances are tipped toward good. In our last example, the karma incurred was both good and bad. Since it is your goal to lead a